U.S. President Donald Trump has launched a new campaign of airstrikes targeting Yemen's Houthi rebels, and this feeds into the wider tensions that we've seen in the Middle East over the Israel-Hamas war in the Gaza Strip. This is complicated, but we'll walk you through it step by step. First of all, the Houthis. They've held Yemen's capital since 2014. That country's been engaged in a wider civil war since 2015. The Houthis had launched a series of attacks targeting commercial ships in Mideast waterways. They said that was trying to stop the Israel-Hamas war in the Gaza Strip. Now, those attacks stopped in January, but President Donald Trump cited those attacks as a reason why he launched these airstrikes this weekend that killed over 50 people and wounded dozens of others. Trump says he wants to see cargo, energy shipments, and everything else move through these Mideast waterways again that have really seen traffic drop after the Houthi attacks. Meanwhile, these attacks on the Houthis are coming as Iran and the United States are locked in tensions over Tehran's rapidly advancing nuclear program. Trump just recently wrote a letter to Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei trying to kickstart these negotiations. The Iranians say they're still studying the letter, but the Houthis are what appear to be the last fully functional group in Iran's so-called axis of resistance that included the Lebanese group Hezbollah, Hamas, Iraqi Shia militias, and others. And a lot of these groups are either in hiding or have really suffered losses during the Israel-Hamas war. So the fact that Trump is targeting the Houthis right now may be part of his wider campaign trying to isolate, trying to pressure Tehran, but it also runs the risk of the Houthis restarting their campaign at sea, targeting commercial ships, and launching more attacks on U.S. warships and others, meaning that these wider Middle East tensions that had been cooled by the ceasefire in Gaza could be starting to heat back up.
Okay, I'm gonna give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Chodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that labor and teach the truth with all truth and in sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim, you hopeful elect that puts your truth with all truth and in sincerity, risking life and freedom on the highway and hedges, making your body a living sacrifice. Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. Shalom to you, sincere believers, which consist of men and women. Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, Abad Babal. This is your brother Zakar Aban coming back with another video. All right, Donald Trump is basically being a great devil. All right, he's doing exactly what Yahweh Shai got him doing. All right, he's doing exactly what the Most High wants him to do, man. All right, so this is beautiful. All right, anything that brings more chaos, okay, is great, man. Okay, so he's been a perfect devil. All right, so hearing about war, as we the rumors of wars, as we read the scriptures, Matthew chapter 24, these are these are the times. All right, so Adoran Ratazah, eventually, Lord's will, soon is going to happen to Babylon the Great. All right, everything's going to spill over, meaning what? This whore, all right, which is also called a virgin, all right, is going to be touched. Okay, Babylon the Great, aka America. So, the prophets, all right, men on the highways and hedges have been warning of these times. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. All right, because when you sound a trumpet, ram's horn, it means what? To warn the flock, all right, of what danger is getting ready to happen. And show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. And the house of Jacob their sins. Tell our people to do what? Repent or perish. Okay. And them that can receive it will receive it. All right. So we are to do what? Sound a trumpet. Blow the trumpet. All right. The same way they did. Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Joshua 6. All right. Let's go to Joshua 6, start verse 4. Okay. Now in context, in Joshua 6, speaking about Jericho, when our ancestors took the land then was called Canaan, but which is the promised land, all right, given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the land of Israel. So Joshua 6 and verse 4, and 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns. And the 7th day you shall compass the city 7 times, and the priest shall blow with the trumpets. Now we are those priests today. All right, we are a kingdom of priests, not just Levi, the so-called Haitians. Okay, but we are the priests today. I'll just get Exodus 19. All right, we are what? A kingdom of priests. This is Exodus 19, and let's start at verse. Bear me 1 second. Verse 6, and it reads, and you shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. All right. And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns. And the 7th day you shall compass the city 7 times, and the priest shall blow with the trumpets. And it shall come to pass that when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when you hear the sound of the trumpet, all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city shall fall down flat, and the people shall ascend up, every man straight before him. Now, once again, you got the men on the highways and the hedges, pretty much blowing what the ram's horn, meaning what? We are on the highways and the hedges warning our people. All right. Let's skip down to verse 8. And it came to pass when Joshua had spoken unto the people that the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of ram's horns passed on before the Yahweh, and blew with the trumpet, and the ark of the covenant of the Yahweh followed them. Okay, now today we don't actually have like the ark of the covenant, but covenant means an agreement, right? So we are now we are doing what the men that the believers that came back to this faith, all right, the brothers, the sisters, all right, the men on the highways and the hedges, we are doing what? Observing the laws, the statutes, and commandments, rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay, keeping coming back to our heritage. Okay, trumpets in the ark of the covenant of the Yahweh followed them, and the armed men went before the priest that blew with the trumpets, and the reward came after the ark, the priest going on and blowing with the trumpets. Okay, skip down to verse 15. And it came to pass on the 7th day that they rose early about the dawning of the day. We understand 7 is what? Completion. And compassed the city after the same manner 7 times. Only on that day they compassed the city 7 times. All right, so they went 7 more times. And it came to pass on the 7th time, when the priest blew with the trumpets, Joshua said unto the people, shout, for the Yahweh have given you the city. All right, now it's time what? Now it's time for what? Victory. Okay. So the people shouted with the priest, blew with the trumpets, and it came to pass when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. So eventually, the brothers that sighing and crying, the Most High eventually is going to bring all this to an end, whenever that set time of Yahweh is. Okay. So being on a highway in the hedges, we are what? Sounding the trumpet, warning the flock. Okay, and eventually all of this is going to crumble, as it says. The wall of Jericho fell down. Okay, and once again, that time that land was being governed by who? Those Hamites. All right, Canaan. Okay, but it fell down. So eventually, what was written the 4 times, written for our learning. We understand that America is going to fall down, man. Okay, the prophets being on the scene, the prophets being on the highways and hedges from 1969 all the way to now in 2025. That's a sign of Esau Edom decline. Okay, of his fall. And they utterly destroy all. I'm reading verse 20 again. So the people shouted when the priest blew with the trumpets, and it came to pass when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. And they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and ass with the edge of the sword. With the edge of the sword. That's what's coming to Babylon the Great. All right, you're gonna have mass race riots. You're gonna have mass people, fighting against each other, right? Okay, you're gonna have the tribes of Israel, chasing down Esau, Edom, man. It's gonna get very, very wild out here. Okay, and the ultimate, sword we understand in modern day terms will be what? Those missiles. Okay, I'm gonna read this latter part. It said every man scraped before him, and they took the city. Okay, and that's very spiritual, because ultimately we are going to do what? Take the kingdom. The saints shall what? Take the kingdom. The ones that was preordained to receive salvation on this side. All right. Let's go to the book of Daniel chapter 7. And should be, bear with me 1 second. Should be, it was 19. Calm, beautiful. It's Daniel chapter 7 and verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. All right. The saints are who? Them that made a covenant with him by sacrifice. All right. And the ones that made a covenant with Yahweh Yahushua are the Israelites. Okay. Matter of fact, let's grab it real quick. Let's grab it. It should be Psalms 51. Psalms 50. Let's go to the book of Psalms 50. All right, to prove a quick point that regarding the saints. Psalms 50 and verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Oh, the heaven shall declare his righteousness, for Yahweh is judge himself. Salah, hear, O my people, and I will speak, O Israel, and I will testify against thee. I am out of one Yahweh, even thy power. So that's who Yahweh is speaking to. All right, A144 called La Yahweh Bashem Al-Shah. All right, so ultimately it's them that made a covenant with him by sacrifice, which is the nation of Israel, but the elect. Okay, so Daniel said in verse 18, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. All right, there will be what it will be never a hiccup in our kingdom. All right, we'll be what in utterly perfection. Okay, forever and forever and ever and ever, man. A righteous rulership forever. Okay, but the saints shall take the kingdom. And what brought me here, Salakia, was Joshua 6. All right, Joshua 6 in the latter words, and it said every man scraped before him, and they took the city. Okay, so that's so that's ultimately what's getting ready to happen, man. All right, this place is what falling. All right, as it says, the priest was blowing the trumpet, and once again, we are what? That kingdom of priests. Okay, we blowing the trumpet. All right, ultimately, what warning? Telling you of what's getting ready to happen. So I'm in it there. I'm gonna give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha, Hodash. Honors be to the elect elders of the nation of Israel that teach with all truth and sincerity. Shalom to you, Akim, hopeful elect that puts your truth, all truth, sincerity. Shalom to you, sincere believers, which consist of men and women. Shalom, Brakatham, and as always, a Bible ball.